Hi, I'm Todd Palmer with Managed Generator Services, and today we're at a residential customer's home and we're going to show you how to perform a full transfer test to simulate an outage to make sure that the generator and the transfer switch are going to work in case of a loss of power. Now, we'll recommend that you do this 2 times a year. It's important to know that the transfer switch works as well as the generator, and it also puts heat in the alternator assembly on the generator to make sure that we keep the moisture and dampness off of it so that it operates for longevity. Okay, the first thing we're going to do in order to do a transfer test is to take the thumb screws out of the cover on the front of your transfer switch. They're just thumb screws. They should be hand tight. The door won't fall because there's a latch here. These up here. To take the door off, we're going to pull the door forward, drop it down. We can just set it right here on the ground. Now, to do a transfer test, this is your service disconnect for your home. So all we're going to do a transfer test is we're going to move this breaker to the off position. The generator is going to see that there's loss of power, and in 3 seconds, the generator engine will start. It'll run for an additional 3 to 5 seconds, and you'll hear the power transfer in the switch. It's a loud click, and the generator will be carrying the load just as if you had a power outage at your home. Now that we're in the midst of this transfer test, it's a good idea to let the generator run with a load on it for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you'll come back out to the transfer switch. You'll move the breaker from the off position to the on position. At this point, the generator is going to run. It's going to look for clean utility voltage to make sure that the voltage coming in from the power company meets the standard. The generator will then run for approximately 5 minutes and then transfer. You'll hear the clicking noise. It'll transfer back to the utility service. And then the generator will run for 5 additional minutes with no load on it to let the engine cool down, and then it will shut off. After it's completed the test, we're going to put the cover back on the transfer switch. We slide it up and pull it forward, and it sits on this little latch here. We put our thumb screws back in. And this completes our transfer test for your residential home generator. To find out more about things that you can check on your generator and transfer switch, follow us on the web at mgsllc.com or find us on YouTube.